I went to Ranger Stop and Pop this weekend. That shit was it was crazy. It was fun. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it was this and that. It was really fun. We were anticipating that it was gonna be the last year of the convention because the owner, the creator, the founder, and the other people that were helping the founder run it were all stepping down because they were like, yeah, it's just become too much between Atlanta and Orlando and I think like North Carolina, Texas, because they have multiple locations that they do the convention. And so they were stepping down from the Atlanta one because I think it's an Atlanta native that started the one in Atlanta, but he's stepping down, and the Power Rangers involved that were helping were also stepping down. But they have since come out and said that somebody else has bought the rights to the convention, so it will continue. They're gonna have Ranger Stop and Pop in 2026 as well. It was really fun this year. The theme, I believe, well, there's not theme. It was the two teams, the two full teams that were there were actually it were three full teams there because it was Lightspeed Rescue, SPD, uh, Lightspeed Rescue, SPD. No, Lightspeed Rescue wasn't the full team because it was the Red Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and the Green Ranger. And I don't think the blue or the Pink Ranger were there. But the full teams that were there were SPD, not SPD, fuck, Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue was there. All of the Lightspeed Rescue Rangers were there. The red, blue, green, yellow, pink, and the other red one were all there, and it was awesome. And then Mystic Force was all there, except for the mentor, Udana. She was not there, sadly. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of cool vendors. A lot of cool cosplays. Got to meet my favorite Green Ranger, which was the Green Lightspeed Rescue Ranger, Keith Robinson, also known as Joel Robinson in the show, or Joel Rollins. I'm sorry, Keith Robinson, Joel Rollins, the Sky Cowboy. He's my favorite Green Ranger. I got his autograph. My buddy paid for him to give me an autograph. It was really awesome. I met my favorite Yellow Ranger, which was the Time Force Yellow Ranger, played by Deborah Estelle Phillips. She's Katie in the show. She's wonderful. She is such a sweetheart. Literally, every singular time that we have seen her. This is our second time getting the chance to like see her and talk to her at one of these conventions. She's just been so nice and bubbly, and even this time, she had talked her voice out by the time we actually got to be at her like table and talk to her. And she was like, "My voice is shot. I'm so sorry." Still ended up spending like a good half hour talking to us. Like she just so wonderful. She gave us these awesome mental health bracelets, say Katie Bear Hug on them, and on the inside of it is numbers for resources that you can call, and it's really cool. And it was a good weekend. Uh, one thing that happened that I absolutely said I was going to tell on this podcast. On the third day, we were in line to meet the blue Turbo Ranger, which is Blake Foster, but he played Justin in Power Rangers Turbo. For those of you that kind of know Power Rangers, he was the one Power Ranger that was a kid, and then when he morphed, he became like the full size Ranger. So he was the kid that became the Ranger. So we were in line to meet him, to talk to him. This guy and this woman are like walking up to kind of walk past us, and what catches my eye for both of them is that they have um, PWR RGR, I think. But it's supposed to be Power Rangers. It's supposed to be like an abbreviation for Power Rangers. But the thing about it was that it was done in the style of the Pornhub logo. So
Nice.
I see it. He's wearing a sweat. He's wearing a hoodie with the sleeves cut off. She's wearing a crop top. I see it.
Mm.
I tap my buddy, and I'm like, ha, "That's kind of funny. That's cool." So she gets stopped because she sees the guy that's been walking around with a puppy. Literally, there was a guy walking around with a puppy, like an armed puppy, the whole
Oh.
convention. She stops and talks to him and like some people that were around the puppy as well. He keeps walking, so he gets close enough to us. I'm like, "Huh, I like your shirt, your hoodie, bro." He was like, "Yeah, man, thanks." He was just like, "Yeah, we're actually, we're trying to talk about getting getting the rights to this, so that way we can use this logo because this is part of our merch set and blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So he started telling us about his wife who does content creation. She's also an artist. She does commission. She's done comic book covers and everything. And we're like, "Oh, that's cool. That's real cool." Then he stops for a second after we say it's cool, and he goes, "Yeah, yeah. She also makes Power Ranger porn."
What?
Oh,
It was
Which one?
so funny. It was so funny because both my buddy and we both literally stop at the same time and go, like
What?
we make the same shocked face, and my buddy felt so horrible because the guy was looking directly at him when we made that face. Like we both did the exact body movement and everything. We were both just like, okay. So he hands us the card. All well and good. Get the business card. It has her social medias on it. Has the QR code. I'm thinking, all right, whatever. It's in a sleeve, so the back of the sleeve is actually like a Pokemon. And he was like, "Yeah, she actually drew the Pokemon that's on the sleeve. Like she drew the one that you see on the back." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So then he's like, "Yeah, so if you guys are still here in a little while, we're actually gonna go back by our table. We're gonna start packing up to head out for the day because it's the last day. So
Yeah.
it wraps up." So he's like, "Yeah, if you guys are still here in a little while, if you guys come by our table, I'll give you one of her miniature prints for free." All right, cool,
Mm.
cool, all
Let's.
well and good. I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds like a plan." So he walks off. My boy is he's shooketh. He was like, "My face feels hot." He was like, "Am I blushing right now?" And I was like, "It's a little hard to tell, but yeah, your face is your face has gone a lighter shade a little bit." So he's like, "Oh my god, I don't know how to feel about that at all." And so we meet the ranger. He teaches us how to do the turbo morph sequence because I always get it confused with which direction to do the morph sequence. And so he
Mm.
literally teaches us, and he puts us on his Instagram story and on his TikTok. I was shooketh. Literally got home Sunday night and I looked on his TikTok page because I'm like, "Am I following him? I'm pretty sure I'm following him." So I like go to his TikTok page and I see it and I'm just like, "He posted us." I still haven't commented underneath it to be like, "Hey, that's me." Still haven't done it because I'm not gonna be that guy. Maybe
I'll do it.
I might. But so we meet him, everything's cool. We're walking around still. We're just kind of, looking at the last day stuff. And I turned to my buddy and I'm like, "Hey, bro, I'm going to be 100 with you." And I was like, "Please don't think less of me because I know this, because I can say this." I was like, "I know for a fact that they some swingers." And he kind of looked at me and was like, you're sure? And I was like, "Dog, I promise you, I've met couples like this before. I know. I know for a fact." He was like, "How do you know?" I said, "It's nothing that I can actively explain. It's just once you've met swingers, you know when you meet more swingers." I was like, there's something about it. I can't really explain it. But you know. When you meet them, you know." And he was like, "Oh, alrighty then. Cool." Yeah. And I was just like, "Hey, man." He was so uncomfortable, and I'm just over here just like, yeah, I was a little shocked because I wasn't expecting him to say it, but at the same time, I'm not really shocked by it. I've met sex workers. I know sex workers. So I'm not really like, I ain't thinking one way or another about it. I was just shocked at the way he said it so matter of factly. He was like, "Yeah, my wife does Power Ranger porn." It was like, "Oh, All right, cool. Be a
Love
supportive,
that.
be, be a be a supportive significant other, husband, huh?
So you gotta love a supportive husband.
Right, like great job. Be a supportive husband. I was just shook. I was like, hey, oh, I wasn't expecting that, but all right
Right,
then,
that's
dog.
one thing to
Dog, I'm
point
gonna
out.
be
But go off.
and I'm gonna be 100. Curiosity got the better of me once we got back to his house. So I pull out the card and I'm like, okay, I'm a bite the bullet because my curiosity is peaking. So I
Like
scan the
seriously.
QR code. I scan the QR code. It pulls up links to all of her like art commission stuff. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, that's what's up. And at the bottom of the page, I see 3 dots, and I'm like, now I know what this is about to be, but my curiosity won't let me leave this page without clicking these 3 buttons. Click the 3 buttons. It's a link to her OnlyFans, her Fansly, and then a third website that I did not recognize that if I had been a cat, my curiosity would have killed me because I click on it. It is a link that sends you to a store that is a pocket pussy that is modeled after her.
You know, I can't be mad at the hustle.
I'm not mad at the hustle. I'm really not. I swear I'm not. I was not expecting that, and genuinely, I dropped my phone when I saw it, and I was just like, "Dog, for your own sake, because you're a little bit too. You're a lot more innocent than I am. So don't don't scan the QR code because your curiosity will do the same thing."
Just don't click the link, the 3 dots.
I was shook, man. That was, I will admit, that was the highlight of my day 3 was that. What? No, it wasn't. It was getting to do the morphing sequence, but it's a close second. It is a close second, dog. That was the fun way to wrap up my experience at Ranger Stop and Pop convention, Ranger Stop and Pop Atlanta, 2025. Me and my homie, we are talking about doing Anime Weekend Atlanta this year. He's already said that if we do it, he's not going to go for the full weekend. I said I probably will go for the full weekend because by that point, by the time Anime Weekend Atlanta comes around, I plan to be a lot more financially stable than I am at current. So I
In like
plan.
December.
Yeah, it's in December. It's literally December. I think it's December 18th through the 21st. So
Sounds right.
I literally plan to do the whole like that whole time. I plan to do all of it. And so I don't know if I'm gonna cosplay every single day. I'm hoping to do at least 2 cosplay. I want to do. I know I want to do Mash from Mash Show Magic and Muscle. I'm thinking about how I would be able to do Yusuke, which Yusuke is a lot easier. But I'm trying to decide if I want to do Yusuke as the dark tournament Yusuke with the yellow shirt, the joggers, and then the flats, or if I want to do styled up Yusuke before they go into the dark tournament where he has on the like tan jacket and the jeans and the white shirt and the fight bag. Which, why do older anime, I will say this, why do older anime, we always have like a protagonist with a fight bag, we never see them use it. Like, we see them with the bag that's obviously their travel bag, but it's shaped like a freaking punching bag. We never see them use it. I'm just like, why do y'all have it then? Like, I get it, it's an accessory. You gotta travel with it, but like, come on now.
Why not have it?
I guess. But yeah, man, it was a good weekend. I will admit, and I got some stuff to look forward to. A lot of fun stuff that might be happening soon. Man, it's exciting. It's exciting. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Drunk Texting Podcast. The podcast where we have some drink, talk, some mess to help you get you through your Thursdays as only we can. Hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all had a great week. My name is JB. I am one half of your co hosting team. And as always, I am joined by my co-hostess with the mostest, the co-hostess of many names, as I will now be referring to her. We have you might have known her as Kristal. Then she became Doug with a Q. Then she became Ren with an X. So with that, I will hand things off to her so she can tell you what her mystery name this week will be.
Like I said last week, it's the best name so far.
Oh
Honestly,
hell.
you're gonna have a great fun with this one. It came to me in the form of a dream, and I was like, yeah, that's hot. That's hot right there. I need that.
Oh Lord.
Are you ready for this name? You got
I
your pen and paper ready for this name?
I don't think I'm ready for it.
Yes, you
I got it ready to type out, but I don't think I'm ready for it.
so it's one. All this is one word.
Oh hell. Oh hell. I don't like it. I already don't like it. Oh hell.
It's one word. One word.
Okay.
One word. All right. Fuck, where I put it.
Oh hell.
There it is. All right. One word. One word. One word.
Okay.
One word.
Okay.
Bartholomew Too Fast Too Furious.
Bartholomew Too Fast Too Furious. Okay, so first off, you're gonna have to spell Bartholomew because I've seen a couple spellings of it.
It's the regular way.
TWO.
Furious actually.
Lord
My
have
bad.
mercy. That's not gonna fit in the lower third.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna have to. I'm literally gonna have to.
Make it.
I'm gonna have to stretch the freaking lower third to make it fit.
Just make it like
No,
move.
I'm not because
Like how
I
Spotify
have to.
does.
We're gonna have to put it so that way it fits into the lower third. It's why do you hate me? Because that now I'm gonna have to edit that. And it's gonna
I don't know
uh.
what you're talking about, babe. I just gave you. All I did was give you my name.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing this week Bartholomew Too Fast Too Furious. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of was hoping that instead of it being Too Fast, and why do you Too Fast, and why do you have TWO for the Too Furious? I was also kind of hoping, like I understand the reference. I was kind of hoping you would have the number two instead of the word spelled out. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Numbers and names is illegal in the state of Georgia.
Really,
I'm pretty sure.
that's something. If that's true, that's something I did not know.
Mm, I'm pretty sure you can't use numbers and names.
That's crazy. You know what? I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is true.
You cannot, according to the U.S. birth certificates, you cannot use names. You cannot use numbers in names.
Hmm.
You can't use derogatory terms, obscenity, offensive names, foreign characters, numbers, diacritical marks, hyphens, asterisks, and apostrophes. But apostrophes is bullshit. But you can definitely cannot use numbers.
Hmm. All right then.
Also symbols. You cannot use symbols in
I mean, I
names.
figured that much. All right then. I guess. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for
Oh,
the
there are more names that are also illegal.
what happened now?
There are more. No, I started reading this article of names that are illegal in the
That's
U.S., like
that's
specific names.
that's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna introduce for the third time now in the podcast. My co-hostess with the mostest, Bartholomew Too Fast Too Furious. God, I hate that so much. That is such a that is a mouthful. I don't know if I'm gonna remember that this episode, okay? So I might just slip and call you Doug or Ren just because
You can call me Bartholomew too. for short.
Out of
Or you
spite, I feel
call
like
me
if
Bart.
what
You call me Bart.
I feel like out of spite, if I do even call you by that name, I'm doing the full thing just out of spite.
I mean, go ahead. By all means.
That's like people whose nickname is Joe, but their full name is Joseph, and it's like, well, I only let certain people call me Joseph, and they're like, well, it doesn't matter. Out of spite, I'm calling you Joseph because why would you tell me your name is Joe? Then when they ask me who the fuck Joseph is, I'm sitting here looking at you sideways like
I
Joseph.
also go by Dalo.
You also go by what?
Dalo.
I'm not doing it. No,
Tholo. Thalo.
no, no. That can be next week's name, doggone it. We're not doing this. Anyway, what are you drinking on this week?
It is a mixture of margarita mix and guava nectar.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that a
Got
lot.
at the Asian market.
This week, your boy is drinking a concoction that he's trying to think of a name for it. He wants it to be something sexual and summertime. But it is fruit punch mix. So the Kool-Aid fruit punch mix, Sprite, and tequila. So you
Hell
take
yeah.
so you take the fruit punch mix, the powder, you put it in there, you put the Sprite over it, you mix it up, put some more Sprite in there to mix it up some more, top the Sprite off to get all the Sprite in there, then you put in the tequila, and it is a great.
That sounds good.
It is good. It is very good. You know what? I'm gonna call it. I think I just have a name for it. You're probably not gonna like this name, but officially, I think I'm gonna name this drink uh, Sundress Backshots.
I'm not mad at it.
Sundress Backshots.
Not mad at it
There
at
we
all.
go.
Not mad.
I feel like for a name to have backshots in the name, it should be a shot, but
You can only make it into a shot.
I can always turn this into a shot, make like a shot
Yeah.
variant or a shot
Yeah.
variation of it. But for now, officially the drink is backshot or sundress backshot.
Yeah.
Um, but with that, before we get into the episode proper, please remember always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text. And with that being said, we're gonna get into today's episode. So I had a couple ideas of how we were going to start today's episode. I'll be honest. Outside of our cold open, I was curious. Maybe we would start with a new segment that I was going to do. Maybe we're going to start with talking about something that I watched recently that I wanted to talk about on the podcast. Which one would you like me to start with?
Um. We words. We can talk about something you watched recently.
Okay, perfect. I love that. I love that. So recently, as we've talked about it on the podcast, a new season of Phineas and Ferb has dropped on Disney Plus.
Oh, I forgot it came out.
Yes, yes, it did. And when I tell you, I sat down and I watched all 10 episodes available on Disney Plus in one sitting.
Okay.
I did that and I had a great time. Um, I will 100% say it was it was very much being faithful to the Phineas and Ferb loyals while also being good. Like I feel like people who jumped in the newest season would still enjoy it even with the numerous callbacks and the numerous things that were alluded to from previous episodes. Um, it starts, and before I go any further, spoiler warning. I'm giving a spoiler warning. I'm not going to have a link to further into the episode in the description for you to skip ahead. You're going to have to skip ahead if you don't want to hear spoilers for this. I am trying to get better. I've been called out a couple times about not giving spoilers, so I'm giving an official spoiler warning right here. The episode starts. They're in school, and Phineas and Ferb are at the front of the class explaining what they did last summer. They finish the presentation. The teacher is like, "Wow, that is really awesome. Thanks for that." Baljeet pipes up and goes, "Yeah, and you guys are finished with just enough time for this summer." Which leads everyone to believe and to realize they spent the entire school year explaining what they did the last summer.
Sounds about right. That's about how long it would take to explain all that.
That is true.
Every day.
Especially if they were able to explain the stuff that happened away from them. Like if they were able to explain like the other things that we see as an audience that they wouldn't have seen because they were doing their invention.
All right, imagine how long it took to explain the movie. Like that was a week right there.
Right. That's a whole week by itself. Actually, which movie? Because there's like what, 2, 3 movies? Two.
I think I was thinking of the one where they were in space with meat.
So
Movie.
I want to say there. I want to say there are 2 movies because there was the TV one, and then they did the one with Candace, where like Candace was essentially the lead of the movie.
I know what you're. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the one. So the one that was like the TV movie. I'm pretty sure that one, even though it's canon. Remember, I think they get their minds erased at the end of the movie. So that way they don't remember. Because remember in the movie they find out that Perry was a secret agent.
Yeah, that's the one with meat. Yeah.
And Phineas was crashing the fuck out about that shit.
Yep.
Which, let me just say, and me and my buddy got into it about this, every single one of Phineas's crash outs were justified. Every single one of them. Every single one. And I will not be convinced otherwise.
Nope.
But so they start the episode like that. They go into very true to Phineas and Ferb fashion. Every single episode has a song in it. They go into a song where they're like, "Oh well, it's been a long time since summer, but summer vacation's about to start again. Summer's starting. We're gonna have a great time." Then it goes over to Doofenshmirtz. He talks about how he tried to spend the last year being good, but now he's back to doing evil, and that was so much fun. There's so many callbacks to different stuff that's going on. The following like 2 or 3 episodes, instead of just there's 104 days of summer vacation, they literally add one word, but it makes it so much more impactful. They go, "There's another 104 days of summer vacation." They literally just add another in the middle of that. And it just, for whatever reason, those next 2 or 3 episodes after the first one, when they added that another, something about it just made my heart. I was like, I love that so much. That makes me so happy. After I want to say once we get to like episode 4, maybe episode 5, they drop the another, and it just goes back to the original title song. But it's just the fact that they were able to slide that in that made it so great. And so we get a lot of fun stuff go on. We have a running joke with Buford where the entire season he's trying to get Phineas and Ferb to do a bread bowl hot tub.
A bread bowl hot tub.
Yep. He wants a bread bowl that's all the soup or whatever soup that they put in it, but it's a hot tub. They never do it. Or at least out of those 10 episodes, they don't do it. But he pitches it in just about every single episode. Or he makes some type of alluding to it in almost every single episode. And it's pretty cool.
I love that.
We get... we get a funny little thing with Perry, because Perry gets a bunch of cool like new ways to get to the Alka Center, and he has one where he's in the mirror and he flexes, and you just see muscles on top of muscles, and he flexes the different muscles to the ding 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 ding, and it was so funny that I didn't even realize how like how popular that one clip had gotten, I went to Twitter and I see like 7 or 8 tweets in a row about it, and I'm like, wow, that bit got over that much that people were
The
laughing.
Perry the Platypus fans, man.
Hey, they're Perry the Pat.
Great.
The Perry the Platypus fans are almost as ravenous for him as certain like fans within the fandom are of like Phineas and Isabella and Ferb and Vanessa. Like those ships. Oh my god. Also, I genuinely, hands up, I don't understand the ravenousness of like people wanting Ferb and Vanessa to be a thing. Considering the fact that Vanessa's like what, 16, I think, canonically in the show.
Like that. Yeah.
And Ferb is they never give their specific age, but they're alluded to be between 9 and 11 years old.
I would have put him at like 12.
Exactly. I literally looked it up, and it was like they never say how old. They just allude that they're like somewhere between 9 and 11. I think I always assumed like you did that they were like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
But like I think they're even still in like elementary school, or like they're like early middle school in the show. In fact, I think they are in middle school in the show. So that would put them at like 11, 12 years old. But the show really funny, really great. A lot of good, like I keep saying, a lot of good callbacks, a lot of good moments where they talk about like they have a lot of like the ooh, where's Perry? There's one episode where they take Perry to the vet, and as he's sneaking out of his cage, Phineas and Ferb are literally like, oh well, while we do this, this is the one time we know where Perry is as he's sneaking out of his cage, because they're busy working on what they're working on for the day, and it's really cool. Jeremy has a new voice actor from, if I remember correctly. Granted, I think he did get into some kind of trouble with the law, and I think Disney dropped him because of it. I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
Please.
I think it was Mitchell Russo.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, he definitely got in trouble.
But so even though we only got 10 episodes, there's still another like 30 to drop, because Dan Povenmire, the voice of Dr. Doofenshmirtz, he himself has confirmed that Disney ordered 40 episodes of 40 new episodes of Phineas and Ferb. So they got all the whole folks back together. We even got Love Handle in the first episode.
They brought back Love Handle?
They brought back Love Handle in the first episode. Granted, it was near the end of the episode, but like even Love Handle was in the first episode. Like that's how many. Like they brought in Irving in the first episode. Like that's how big and heavy handed they was trying to go in the first episode. They got Michael Bublé popping up in the season. He actually sings a song in one of the episodes later in the season. It's pretty cool. They do another Meep episode.
Yeah, my boy.
So, what's funny about the episode that they do in season 5 in the new season is that this Meep episode is quite literally a result of the last Meep episode. If you remember, during the end credit scene, they were like, next time, or for the next episode of Meep, like they did like a teaser for the next one, which was like, this is a teaser for another episode we have no intention of making. And so throughout the episode, the different scenes that they teased in that trailer, every time they teased it, it would be a little thing pop up. It would literally be like a little still frame from that trailer, and it'd be like ding, ding, ding.
That's funny.
And they did the most knee jerk pull of how they got to be able to do all of them, because they get to the end of the episode. And so then they decide to do the bit again where they're like, and now for a trailer for another Meep episode we have no intention of making. It's that same clip of Jeremy's little sister and Meep about to fight. And then Then Dr. Doofenshmirtz on a bus going, hey, wait a minute, wasn't that supposed to be in this episode? And so both of them ding as parts of the episode, and they were like, we did it, like a banner pops out, and it's like, we did it, in parentheses, kind of. And I was like, you know what? I was like, this is for the adults that have grown up watching Phineas and Ferb. Like, that's what this is.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm tempted to go back and watch the other 4 seasons just because of that. Like, like that's how enjoyable these 10 episodes were.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, it's a real fun watch. It's still a Disney kids show, but at the same time, it is very much like if you grew up watching it, if you're an adult now, you're gonna enjoy it. I think that even adults that didn't watch it while it was on the air, I still think that they would enjoy the new season. Like, yeah, they might be like, this is kind of weird, but like I think they would still be like, okay, this is weird in like a fun, goofy kind of way.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, it's real fun. I'm real just I'm satisfied with it. Hopefully gonna start doing my content creation thing again soon. So I'll probably talk about it some more on my TikTok, which I'll talk about later in the episode. But yeah, man, that's what I've been watching. I've also recently gotten back into, as I mentioned about going to Power Ranger convention. I've gone back and I've been watching Power Rangers from the start. I'm still in Mighty Morphin, but I plan to watch them all in order from start to finish. Tubi, funny enough, has all of the Power Rangers series. They even have all of the Super Sentai series, which is, the Japanese, the original. Power Rangers was just the American adaptation. Once I finish watching the American adaptation, I plan to go back and watch Super Sentai, which is going to take me significantly longer. Twofold reasons. The first is because it is in Japanese, so I'm going to have to be focusing a lot more and actually watching the subtitles because I don't understand Japanese. And two, because there are a lot of seasons of Super Sentai that did not get adapted to American TVs and like American viewing. So I want to say there's like at least like a dozen, almost up to like 20 more than what we have in America. Like there are a lot. So that's where my watching is going outside of my anime watching, which I've gotten down to 3. I'm down to 3 anime that I have to finish and catch up on. So I'm working my way through it. I'm working my way through my list. 4.
I don't know how many I have to watch.
I got 4 because I still got one that my coworker told me about that I gotta watch.
I can't even name them. Which ones I have to watch? I have to catch up on one. I watched like one episode of the new season, and I stopped.
Which anime?
It's called A Haran-san wa something. I don't remember the last word.
Okay.
It's slice of life.
I wanna watch more slice of life anime, but I don't want the like drama slice of life. I want the comedy slice of life ones.
Yeah,
they're
cute slice of life.
Yeah, like that. Those are the kind of slice of life anime that I want to watch. I don't want the ones that are drama filled or like slice of life adventure. Like, no, I want slice of life comedy where the main character stubs her toe and then she spends the entire episode freaking out about how she's gonna do her dance performance with a stubbed toe because it really hurts all day. But then in the end, it doesn't even matter because the dance recital gets canceled.
Fair.
Like, that's the type of slice of life I want to see, doggone it.
Which is valid. I like to watch those when I'm just like, I'm just want to move to chill right now. I don't move for action. Let me just put on some cute little slice of life
Right.
that I can have pay attention to because I know I'm not gonna miss anything super significant.
Right. I think slice of lives are more. I think slice of life anime, and this might be a hot take. I feel like slice of life anime are just as, if not more important than like the big anime that get popular throughout the year. You know, like these big like, oh, you got your My Heroes, your Demon Slayers, your uh solo levelings, but it's like, no, give me the little slice of life. Give me the Mr. Robinson had a bad day slice of life. Like, give me those.
Right. Really easy.
Give me something that I
It's
can.
like a sad slice of life.
Right. Like, give me the slice of life where every character is the best character. Like, that's what
Yeah,
I want.
I agree with that. 100%.
Ah,
Mm.
but
Let,
but
let,
yeah.
let,
Huh?
let's talk about some, bro. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've been seeing it and it won't leave me alone and it's traumatizing me. Are you on that side of TikTok
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I'm already scared.
with the AI videos?
so okay. So funny enough, I'm not on that side of TikTok. However, it's been popping up on my wrestling Facebook feed so much
Bro.
so that if I click on a video that had nothing to do with it and I scroll through the reel, it's gonna pop up. Dog, one of them that popped up was it was stupid, but it was actually kind of funny to me. It was I think it was Bigfoot and like Sasquatch or like Bigfoot and the Yeti or something like that. And he was like, yeah, bro, we here. We're gonna take these honey packs. It says something for endurance and focus or something like that. And, and then literally the next clip is just like, hey man, Yeti is off the like Yeti is off that can't handle it. He's on demon time right now. He keeps talking about he gonna take my cheeks. He was like, I can't run that fast because I'm bricked up right now. And it's
Those AI videos are a menace. And I'm not even talking about just like the gorilla ones, the interview ones. Now I'm getting all the ones where it's like people AI videos.
I saw
The
one.
ones that had me cackling.
I saw one that was like Genghis Khan if he was a content creator. Yes. It was literally Genghis Khan if he was a content creator. And I was like, that's wild. And the other one was like Odysseus if he was a content creator. And it was literally
See,
him.
oh, I get the fucking gorillas and like people going off.
Ah! I did see
What the
one. I did see one recently that was like a guy in like the McDonald's drive-through, and
yeah.
he was like, "What the fuck is my sauce or something?" He was something that he thought wasn't in the bag, or I think it like nuggets or something. And the
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
worker
yeah.
came up to the window and was like, "Well, maybe if you would look in the bag with your fat ugly," and like roasting the hell out of him. And I'm like, "Damn, y'all did this
That's
for
the level of
AI?"
I had me cackling. It was one same situation basically. He was like, I asked for 20 sauces. She came out of nowhere. For what? You got a four-piece. You trying to baptize them bitches? I was crying real tears, like baptizing them bitches. Like AI
Oh
is
no.
that's the kind of AI usage I approve of.
Oh God.
Baptizing them
Oh.
bitches is crazy.
Oh God. And the thing is, and I'm gonna say this, and I say this knowing the bad of AI.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, knowing the bad of AI, knowing that AI steals artwork, AI steals content, AI literally takes people's creativity and uses it to teach AI. I get it, and I know that's
Yeah.
horrible. But there are some things that it can be used for good too. Truthfully, I used it like most recently as an example. I used it to take my resume and I was like, make it format it for 2025 and what employers would want to see this year.
Right.
And it redid my resume. It literally took what my resume was, reworded my stuff, changed it up so that way it looked nicer. The formatting was different, and I was like, "Dog, this is really cool." Like, all right, like I'm not gonna ask it to make pictures for me, but like, dog, this was alright. Like, okay, I mess with it.
Right. If you're using AI for entertainment or non-harmful entertainment,
Right,
or for like just general stuff like that, like doing your resume, sure, go off. But when you're using it to like make like deep fakes and shit, that's the issue.
right. That's where it's like, hold on. If you're doing it and you're making random people and making AI come up with somebody by themselves, sure. But when you start doing deep fakes of like celebrities and I think one of the first ones that I saw when like the Google VO3, like the video creator thing, one of the
Yeah.
first ones I saw from that was an AI of Will Smith eating spaghetti. Because I don't know if you remember, that was
Yeah.
the long standing deep fake that people had done was Will Smith eating spaghetti. And so now they had like a video, and truthfully, if you weren't looking at it too like hard, you would think that it was actually Will Smith eating spaghetti. And I'm like, dog, I don't like that at all.
I'm about to say AI still can't figure out eating. It
Nah,
has not figured out. On the videos I watch, it'll just be sitting there, she's talking, you hear a random crunch sound, then she'll eat it. I'm watching AI bitches eat full fucking chicken wings. They just put the whole thing in their mouth, swallow it, then the crunch comes.
yep.
I saw a bitch eat a whole crab leg, then take the shell off, just chomped it like a fucking banana.
Oh no.
What is
Oh.
this? And the mouth looks weird. I'm just like, this is terrible. AI mukbangs are the worst things ever.
I don't think I'm gonna look them up on my TikTok because I don't want my feed to be flooded with them.
It's
But I
okay.
can
Don't
only
even worry about
imagine.
it. Don't
Please
even
don't.
worry
Please
about it.
don't. Please don't send it to me.
I got you, bro.
Please don't.
Don't
Please,
worry, I got you, bro.
please don't.
Don't worry, I got you.
Well, while she's doing that, I mentioned Will Smith. I wanted to ask if you knew that Will Smith actually dropped a new song.
For what reason?
Dog. Oh, hold on. Don't do that. Because I will admit, this song actually is kind of a bop. Like, truthfully, and I saw somebody online that was like, Will Smith's song is actually very him. My only problem is the tempo. Like, it shouldn't be as slow as it is. It should be faster. Granted, I will say, somebody made it faster and, like, dropped it as, like, faster. I do like it faster, but I also like the OG as it is. I'm like, dog, it's actually kind of catchy. Like, it's a little bit of a bop. Like, if it wasn't Will Smith, I could see like Usher or Neo with this song. That's the vibe of the song. And I think I'll send it to you after we're done so that way you can hear it. Like I mess with the vibe of it. Like it's a good vibe, especially we're going into summer. Like yeah, I might put this on my summer playlist this summer. Like this kind of a bop. And if he
Fair
decides
enough.
and if he decides he wants to drop a remix where it's sped up, then shoot, who am I to complain?
Ugh,
Especially because he living his best life right now. He said, you know what?
not a care in the world.
I'm focusing on me, as he should.
As he should. Literally. As he should. My ankles.
But yeah, AI is weird.
I just wanted to bring that up because, like, this shit's pissing me off.
No, I get it. I get it.
Like, I don't want to laugh because they do perpetuate harmful stereotypes. But dang, someone be funny.
And ain't that really the shit though? Whenever like you see stuff and it perpetuates stereotypes, and you're just like, I don't want to laugh.
I don't want to laugh, but God, that was hilarious.
Okay, so and I bring this one up. Ooh, I feel so I feel horrible because I spent minutes laughing my head off at this guy. He's Asian. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's Japanese. And the video was when I don't think I have an accent when I speak in Japanese. And so like it's a video of him recording himself, and he plays it back, and what he said is not even remotely close to what was repeated back to him, but it was the fact that it was just so over exaggerated. I spent minutes laughing at it, and I was like, "Dog, I feel so bad. I feel so bad because like I shouldn't be laughing at this because this is a stereotype, but dog."
Listen, sometimes stereotypes be funny.
And now every time I see sriracha sauce, I just think about that video because I think I shared it with you on Facebook.
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
I seen it.
oh, I spent minutes laughing at that, and I shouldn't have.
We laugh at a lot of things we shouldn't, but we do.
Like had tears running down my face. I was like, oh, no, it shouldn't be this funny. Look over there gasping for air because I can't breathe. I'm laughing so hard. Ah,
Shame.
it is a little bit, but before we get into our last section, I wanted to introduce a new segment that probably won't be around every single week, but it's a fun little one that, because I have, I've taken into it that I am an uncle, and, call me Uncle Jay, and I have had people come to me, I've had people that are older than me come to me and ask me for advice. So introducing this new segment is called Advice from Uncle Jay. I have a story from TikTok from the r/relationship advice subreddit. And I'm going to read it. I'm going to ask for your opinion. And then I'm going to give my advice. The story is entitled, How Do I, 18F, explain to my boyfriend, 20M, that I'm fed up of participating in his kinks? Ready? My boyfriend and I have been officially dating since November, but flirting since September of last year, and we're going steady. He's a nice guy who was supportive of my need as a person with medical issues, kidney failures, but that's not important. And in general, I have very low complaints, except for his kinks. Well, at least I think they're kinks. Every time I bring up the discussion, he says that it's just a preference, and not to call it a kink because it makes him feel weird, which I kind of get because it makes the conversation feel serious when it needn't be a big deal. But I'm getting a bit fed up, I guess. His big thing is binding/bondage, ? He loves to bind my breast, even though I'm literally a 30A, so what is there to bind, LMAO, and a lack of body hair. He finds the shaving, waxing to be arousing for some reason, ? Not my circus, not my monkeys. I don't so much mind the second one, as I typically shave/wax my underarms anyway, and I don't dislike cleaning up down below when I know we're going to be getting busy. I typically only leave a bit of fuzz out of laziness anyway, but the binding has become tiresome to me. It's boring and a bit uncomfortable, not painful, just annoying. I previously talked about not feeling sexy when my breasts are there are a lot of typos. When my breasts are bound on this account instead of my main because I'm mortified to be discussing this online, LMAO. But I know for him, it's like this, like his number one thing. So I didn't mind doing it occasionally to make it a bit more special. But now it seems to be constant. He'll reach for the binding as soon as I show any interest in him, and he started doing this annoying thing where he'll pretend to peek under my t shirt, then sigh dramatically at the sight when he sees that I'm wearing a normal bra. I hate it when he does that. It pisses me off so bad. Last time I flicked his ear when he tried. Jesus. I previously posted about rejecting a piece of lingerie that he bought me by surprise because it wasn't my style, and we agreed to discuss the matter at a later point. But I get the impression he's steering back towards attempting to get me in it again. And it's a bit of a straw that breaks the camel's back of feeling like I only cater to him and not the other way around. It won't be putting the I won't be putting the laundry I won't be putting the lingering no, seriously, that is a that is a bad typo. I won't be putting the lingerie on, don't worry. I don't need a lecture on no means no, lol. Jesus. I suppose what I do need the lecture on is how do I tell him that I'm fed up with participating in his kink? I don't have any kinks of my own, not that I'm aware of anyway, so it's not as though we can balance out something kinky that works for both of us. I'm just bored of his. They were weird, then they were vaguely exciting for a little while because of the way it made him feel, but now they're just boring and a bit of a chore for me. I want to have time with him without having to pre plan a waxing schedule and bind my breath, but I don't want to ruin the thing that makes it exciting for him either. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so that was the ending. And then she does have an edit to add, I guess, for after the fact. Would you like me to do the edit to add now, or do you want to kind of go ahead and give your advice?
You edit to add now. Let's see.
Okay, edit to add. I'm about to go to work. I'm about to go into work, but I just wanted to note that I acknowledge the concerns. Jesus Christ. Of oh. Hmm. Okay. I'm about to go into work, but I just wanted to note that I acknowledge the concerns of pedophilia in this comment section. After the last post, I did discuss the matter with my boyfriend, and he assured me that the two are separate kinks that come from him being attracted to female athletes as a teen and aroused by the way that their breasts didn't move when they were moving, and that he likes for me to be clean shaven as that reminds him of his fantasy for the ideal woman growing up. After my previous post, I did check his phone and laptop with and later without permission, and you'll be happy to know that there was zero CSAM or on anything. And I didn't tell him what I was looking for so he wouldn't have time to delete anything. He's a kinky guy, but not someone that you should be concerned about in terms of safety around children. I appreciate the concern for my health and well being too. I'm doing a little shit now and then, but mostly good. This is more of a post for how do I go about expressing myself without hurting his feelings than a worry that he might be up to something nefarious. But I do genuinely appreciate the concern. Thank you for caring about me, kind internet strangers. Yeesh. Huh. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I have a very distinct opinion and advice on this one, but I'm gonna let you go first on this one. I do want to hear what you have to say as a woman. How would you go about this situation?
Honestly, her best bet is to just be like, is to obviously be honest. Like, hey man, you tried it out, not too comfortable with it anymore. So, figure out something. Find a new kink or
But that's the thing. It
whatever.
sounds like she's already tried to talk to him about it, and he kind of brushes it off.
Well, at that point, you've talked about it, so don't do it.
I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 100. My advice, and I say this knowing that she's 18 years old, and I say this, kind of thinking back to when, I was a little young guy back then. I would just honestly tell her to leave him, especially since this is specifically her asking for advice and not him asking for advice. I'd say to leave him. I'd be like, listen, you're 18. You're already going down a kind of a slippery slope of you're already bending over backwards for this guy who's not reciprocating the energy, it seems like. You're 18, you got plenty of time.
Mm, I'm not gonna say leave him. I'm not gonna leave him over just kinks. Everybody has kinks.
And for me, the thing is, it's not necessarily even just over the kinks. It's over the fact that she's tried to talk to him. It's over the fact that she's tried to communicate that she's uncomfortable with this, and he's just not getting it. And it's every time she tried to bring it up, it's just, oh, well, this is just something I like. It's just a preference. It's just something, oh, it's not this, it's not that. And it's like, why can't you just go along? Why can't you just be okay and just accept it? You know? That's where that's where I'm at.
That's the thing. At the same time, like, are kinks inconveniencing her?
It is, and that's
Because she said, he likes clean shaven. She likes to be shaven. The binding, no one's saying you gotta bind all the time. They might be like, okay, you can bind on your birthday, bind on anniversary. That's it. You get 2 a year. That's it.
and and that's also part of it too. It's like, okay, I understand where it's like, all right, cool, I do want to help foster a healthy environment for your kinks, but it's like every single time, dog.
It's
Every,
tiring.
every single time.
No.
Sounds
Like,
like people please.
and that's a lot of it, and that's another part of why I would, if I could talk to her like straight out, I would advise her like, dog, just leave and figure out where this people pleasing nature, where this nature of I'm still, even though I'm expressing how uncomfortable it's making me, I'm expressing how tiring it is for me. I'm still going along with it because he's my boyfriend. Like, figure out why that is because that should not be the case.
Right.
Um, let's see. So, top comment. You talk this out. Not in bed, but in a fully clothed, non sexual situation. Hey, BF,
Yeah.
I want to re emphasize that I'm happy to try new things in the bedroom sometimes, but X and Y actually take a lot of effort, and it ruined the mood for me if the only way you want to have sex requires me to do a lot of prep work or wear something that's uncomfortable. You may want to add, it also doesn't make me feel great that you are disappointed to see my natural breast. If your guy has any class, he should understand that his kinks. Oh, jeez. Can't give your sex. Wait. Ew. That your kinks can't drive your sex life, and it's an act of generosity to do them once in a while. All caps. If not, he would be better off with a play partner than a GF. Also, 100% agree with that. Because there was no added context about how their relationship is outside of this. Clearly, it is something very serious for her that she's coming to the internet about this. But also, it's like, I agree. Talk to him. Talk, like, have a big talk. Be like, hey, This is what's going on. This is how I feel, and it's really bothering me that uh, you're not treating him treating me with respect. You know. Hmm.
Fair.
There is an update,
Mm.
and it's literally just one line. It's actually what it is she posted an update 6 hours ago as of this recording. Um,
Oh,
that just says I 18F want to break up with slash leave my partner 20M, but I don't know how. And then there's no
I'm dead.
context. She links back to the original post to be like, hey, here's the context.
I'm dead. I'm
So
dead, bro.
my advice on that one, if y'all aren't living together, tell them like, hey dog, this ain't working out. It's been fun until it wasn't. I hope you have a great life. Goodbye.
Uh,
And I also say that as a now 28-year-old who I've grown and have matured to a point to where I feel like at this point I'm not a beat around the bush type guy. Like if I were still in the dating phase of my life, I wouldn't be beating around the bush about things like that. I'd be like, look, I had fun, it's been fun, but XYZ or Y I can't keep going with you. I had a good time and then I didn't. I tried to talk to you. You weren't trying to listen. You weren't trying to fix these things that I told you I had a very clear issue with and a very clear boundary. So we're done.
fair enough.
And at
Fair.
18, truthfully, there should be even less worry about, oh, how do I do this? You're 18, dog. Hey, I'm done.
All right.
I don't want to do this no more. I'm done. Goodbye. Like,
We call it a day.
right. And on top of it, which at 18, I'm sure she's probably going to college, getting ready to go to college. Like, hey, I'm gonna go to college. Bye.
Right.
Like, come on now.
Mm-mm. Crazy times.
It's a mess.
A hot mess.
Summer, she needs to advocate for herself more.
Yeah,
Stop caring what people think.
she does, and she'll
Definitely.
learn. She'll learn and she'll grow. She'll get more wise and more mature.
Yeah. As time
Hopefully.
comes, you learn to
Hopefully.
not put up with everything.
Right. You want to do? Do you want to do your section, or do you want to hold off?
I think I'll hold off.
Alrighty. You
I'll
heard
hold
her.
off.
You heard. You heard Bartholomew Too Fast, Too Furious, ladies and gents, which means we are going to wrap up today's episode right there, which means, and I'm gonna put the ball in her court next week. Either needs to be two stories or it needs to be a story that has a big behind update and a conclusion, not just left up in the air where they update and then we still don't have a resolution to the issue.
Oh, fret not.
That's gonna be the trade
Fret
off.
not.
That's gonna be the trade off since we're holding off a week.
Fret not.
Awesome. To be honest, one of these days, our episode is gonna be all Reddit stories.
I'm here for it.
One of these days, and that's gonna happen. Our entire episode is just gonna be Reddit stories. We're gonna do a little bit of talking at the front, and then the entire rest of the episode is gonna be Reddit stories. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap up. I'm not going to do like I used to do in season one and chug the rest of my drink. Especially because I still got half a cup.
Darn.
Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. To be honest, I might have lied because this is really good and
Go for it.
I don't know about chugging. All right, I'm gonna chug it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, before we go, I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Happy Juneteenth. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, look it up. We're not going to take the time to explain it. You're grown. You should have learned what Juneteenth was. Oh, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap up the Drunk Texting podcast. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode and my abysmal reading, I blame my contacts because they are starting to shift in my eyes. I've been wearing them too long today. You can go ahead and give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all of our social medias, which are located down below. If you don't feel like looking down below, you can find us on most social media sites at Drunk Text Pod. That is at DRUNKTEXTPOD. Listen, letters and words are hard. You can follow me everywhere at the links down below, which is also commonly known as at underscore young JB. That is at underscore YUNGJAYBEE. You can also follow my alter ego, Jack Miles. Those links will not be in the description, but you can find them on most platforms at Jack Miles 1, JAKMYLES 1, or on TikTok at Sweeper Jack. Yeah. Love that. Miss Bartholomew Too Fast, Too Furious. Where can the people find you? I hate that. So
Think by me. Don't hate the name.
Don't
hate it. You can find me everywhere at Kristal, KRISTALDESHANE.
Lovely. Love that so much. That's the one like normal thing about your name is your social media handles. Doggone it. Yeah, but with that being said, la-di-da-di-das and gentlemen, that has been another episode of the Drug Detective Podcast. We hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, a great weekend, and a great rest of your next week. And we will see you all in the next episode, which might be next week. It might be the week after. We'll just have to see. We might actually switch to every other week format just to make it a little bit easier on us, a little bit easier on me for editing purposes. But we'll just have to see. But with that being said, ladies and gents, we will see you all in the next one. You are loved. You are appreciated. And we are so happy that you join us right here on this podcast. Love you. Mean it. Bye-bye. Woo!
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.